Within the framework of Bahrain's celebrations of Bahrain Youth Day, His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa congratulated the youth of the kingdom on the occasion. His Majesty noted that the designation of March 25th as Bahraini Youth Day, marking the anniversary of the establishment of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, the SCYS, in 1975, underscores the role of Bahraini youth and their efforts as a foundation for national development. His Majesty emphasized that Bahraini youth embody national pride and aspiration, representing the true foundation of the kingdom's progress. He emphasized confidence in the capabilities of Bahraini youth, noting that investing in their skills remains a key national priority. His Majesty highlighted the successful launch of Al-Mundar satellite and successfully reaching its orbit, led by Bahraini youth, as one of their most notable achievements this year, which reflects the ambition and determination of the kingdom's youth across various sectors. His Majesty commended the government's efforts led by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa for its strategic programs aimed at investing in youth skills and enhancing their role at national development. His Majesty also commended the contributions of the SCYS led by the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs and Chairman of the SCYS, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, with the support of the First Deputy Chairman of the SCYS, Chairman of the General Sports Authority and President of Bahrain Olympic Committee, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, in formulating the executing effective strategies that have positioned Bahrain as a regional and international hub for creativity and excellence. His Majesty the King called on Bahraini youth to uphold the kingdom's achievements, promote coexistence and tolerance, and continue supporting its progress. His Majesty wished them success in achieving their goals and contributing to the kingdom's future. The representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs and Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, attended the annual ceremony organized by the Ministry of Youth Affairs to mark Bahraini Youth Day. His Highness Sheikh Nasser began by touring the exceptional volunteer exhibition, which highlighted the contributions of Bahraini youth in various voluntary sectors. A documentary was then screened showcasing the support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa to the youth sector and the role of Bahraini youth in advancing national progress. This was followed by a poetry recital by Sabika Shahi titled Strength and Determination. His Highness then honored 25 participants recognized under the Exceptional Volunteer Initiative and presented awards to the winners in the commemorative stamp design competition. Hassa Ghazi secured first place, followed by Dalal Bumtai' and Marwan Abdullah. His Highness received a commemorative gift featuring the special edition stamp issued for the occasion. The Minister of Youth Affairs, Rawan Tawfiqi, delivered a speech in which she emphasized the ongoing support of His Majesty the King for Bahraini youth and His Majesty's directives to empower them as future leaders. She also highlighted the vision of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa in creating opportunities for young people and enhancing their participation in national initiatives. The Minister underscored the commitment of His Highness to supporting youth and fostering a culture of creativity and innovation. She commended the achievements of Bahraini youth and their contributions to the kingdom's development. On the occasion of Bahraini Youth Day, the Speaker of the Representatives Council, Ahmed Lemsalem, praised the royal patronage of Bahraini youth. He praised the government's keenness in supporting youth through plans and programs that enhance their role in the development and progress of Bahrain and their participation in leadership positions in various domains. The Speaker congratulated His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa and His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, praising their tireless efforts in enhancing the status of youth and their role in making various achievements for Bahrain. He congratulated the Bahraini youth and all youth centers and praised their role in raising the status of Bahrain in regional and international forums. The chairman of the Shura Council, Ali Saleh, stressed that the achievements and innovations of youth in Bahrain reflect the vision and ambitious strategy of His Majesty the King to promote Bahraini youth. On the occasion of Bahraini Youth Day, Saleh praised His Majesty the King's support for youth, developing their skills and motivating them to make further progress in various domains. He emphasized that the Shura Council will continue to promote legislation that supports youth in order to consolidate their various national roles and responsibilities. He praised the role played by the government headed by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister and the qualitative initiatives that enhance the capabilities of young people. He praised the efforts of His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa and His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa and their interest in developing the skills of the youth. The chairman of the Shura Council, Ali Saleh, yesterday met with the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and the Minister of Parliament Affairs, Ghanem Al Bahrain, to receive the draft law approving the state's general budget for the fiscal years 2025-2026. Saleh affirmed harnessing all efforts that the Council's legislative and economic expertise to discuss the research and draft law to ensure the sustainability of development and progress of Bahrain under the leadership of His Majesty the King. The chairman expressed pride in the royal directives to increase cooperation and joint work between the legislative and executive authorities. He appreciated the support of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister and his keenness on enhancing cooperation between the two authorities to support further development and prosperity for Bahrain. He stressed that the joint meetings and discussions they held reflected a commitment to national responsibility and keenness to achieve national ambitions and aspirations within the state's draft general budget. The Minister of Industry and Commerce, Abdullah Fakhro, attended the inauguration ceremony of the Youth Investment Projects and the Young Entrepreneurs Center, organized by the Bahrain International Federation of Business and Professional Women, in the presence of its president, Sheikha Hind bin Salman Al Khalifa. Fakhro affirmed that Bahrain always seeks to develop and support the entrepreneurship sector as an important element in the development and economic process. He noted that the ministry continues to work on facilitating the business environment to support entrepreneurs and SMEs with the aim of promoting economic growth. He pointed out that the launch of the project contributes to the development of entrepreneurial skills among young people and encourages them to engage in the business environment professionally. Marking Bahraini Youth Day, the Minister of Youth Affairs, Rawan Tawfiqi, underscored that Bahrain, under the leadership of His Majesty the King, prioritizes national youth and continues to invest in their potentials. She highlighted the government's efforts led by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister in empowering young people and recognizing them as the foundation of Bahrain's development and future. Tawfiqi highlighted the ministry's efforts to advance the vision of His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa through the comprehensive support for youth development across all sectors. She underscored that the Ministry of Youth is focused on providing young Bahrainis with the support, training and opportunities needed to develop their skills and turn their ambitions into real outcomes. She described Bahraini Youth Day as a chance to recognize the role of youth in building the nation's future. She also commended the contribution of youth volunteers, noting that their dedication plays a key role in strengthening social cohesion in the kingdom. The Bahraini youth movement has made great achievements thanks to the royal directives that focus on providing the appropriate environment for youth development and empowerment in all fields. More in this report.
Bahraini Youth Day highlights the spirit of renewal and hope among the nation's youth, where royal support and guidance converge with government efforts to shape a bright future. On this national occasion, the support of His Majesty the King is evident through his inspirational words that encourage the youth to pursue their ambitions, placing them at the center of the national development process. The government, headed by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, is making great efforts to empower the youth. The Prime Minister's Fellowship Program is a strategic step designed to equip youth with the leadership skills and tools needed to face challenges, by preparing a generation capable of assuming responsibility and actively contributing to nation building. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa has been instrumental in realizing the royal vision by launching initiatives that develop the capabilities of young people in various fields, which reflects his keenness to promote community participation and individual responsibility. The Supreme Council for Youth and Sports works to support sports and cultural activities that highlight young talents and represents a vital platform that connects youth with decision makers, creating a stimulating environment for creativity and excellence. Today, Bahraini youth have proven their competence and ability to assume national responsibility and contribute to the development of the Kingdom of Bahrain.
The Amman Bahrain Bazaar kicked off in Muscat under the patronage of the Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion of Amman, Qais Al Yusuf, organized by the Ammani Bahraini Friendship Society. The Ambassador of Bahrain to Amman, Dr. Jamal Al-Kabi, stressed that the organization of the exhibition confirms the attention and support that Bahrain pays to entrepreneurs in order to increase their contribution to the GDP, pointing out that the exhibition reflects the strength of the Bahraini-Ammani relations. The President of the Ammani Bahraini Friendship Society, Rodaina Al-Hajriya, stressed that organizing exhibitions is one of the main priority objectives of the society and represents an added value to the economy in both brotherly countries.